Life is a journey,
not a destination.
And you don't need to go it alone.
Join me for practical tips and strategies on using mindfulness techniques and creating mindset shifts that can reduce stress, improve productivity, and give you a fresh perspective on work and life.
This is a Candy Factory Mini.
Mastering the Mindful Mindset
with Jose Johnson.
Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Mastering the Mindful Mindset. I'm your host, Jose Johnson. Today, we're going to experience some guided meditations, but first, let's set the stage properly by doing a little reset. Now, if you've watched episode 1, you'll hopefully remember this exercise. If you haven't watched it yet, don't worry. You can follow along, but just make sure you go back and watch it later to catch all the details. So, either sitting or standing, put one hand just below your belly button, the other hand on the small of your back, and imagine your abdomen is like a big balloon, and we're just going to take a nice deep breath in, filling the belly. So we deep breathe in, and then let it out. And again, taking that nice deep breath in, feeling the belly expand, and just let it go. And one more deep breath in. And relaxing, letting it go. All right, hopefully that little reset has allowed you to clear your mind and get you in the right state of mind for our time together today. Okay, so let's do some guided meditations. But before I can guide you, it might be a good idea to know where we're actually trying to end up. So let's start with getting clear on the most important thing. What does meditation actually mean? According to Webster's, to meditate is to engage in contemplation or reflection, to engage in mental exercise for the purpose of reaching a heightened state of spiritual awareness or to focus one's thoughts. So let's stick with that last definition because it's the most basic way of thinking about a subject that people tend to make way too complicated. So regardless of your purpose for meditating, stress reduction, spiritual enlightenment, peak performance, it's all about the active process of focusing your attention. Now, I've heard people use the analogy that meditation is like focusing a spotlight or a camera lens on your thoughts. You get to choose what is brought to the foreground and what fades into the background. Now, recent research from Queen's University in Canada has discovered the existence of something called thought worms that seem to indicate that we have more than 6,000 thoughts per day. That figure works up to roughly one unique thought every 10 seconds. And that's a lot of thoughts. So with all of those thoughts going on, how can you ever get anything done? The mind needs to focus. Now, this focusing can happen by either default or by design. Default focus is usually what happens when we get into trouble. Right? This is the instinctive part of the brain that keeps us on alert. It's looking for things to go wrong. Default focusing is when we become fixated and stuck in unproductive loops. Or we can choose what to focus on. We can design our mindset by choosing the thoughts we're going to hold on to and the ones we're going to let go of. This is what we do when we're in a creative state or a problem-solving state. We're focusing on the task at hand. This is actually meditation in its most basic. Now, if you've ever gotten lost in a movie or a book or been so engrossed in cooking or playing a musical instrument that you've lost track of time, this is a form of meditation. Your mind has consciously directed your brain to selectively tune out thoughts that would distract you from what you're doing. So if you can so easily go into a meditative state, why is it so hard for most people to meditate? Well, I believe it's because of the stigma that we've placed on meditation. We think it's hard. We believe it's not natural. But like I said, we all do it without thinking about the fact that we're doing it. It's part of the design of our brain. So once we can embrace that fact, embrace that it's easy and natural, we can get down to the practice that will improve our ability. One of the problems that we face is that our mind doesn't always want to do what you ask it. It's like a rambunctious child. In fact, this part of your brain is often referred to as your monkey mind. Your brain and mind are designed to stay busy, to process the massive information that bombards you every single second. Your mind wants to stay active, but it doesn't always want to focus on what you want it to focus on. Guided meditation is a way of giving your mind orders to follow that don't come from your own mind. Now, that might sound confusing, but this is what I mean. If we stay with that analogy of the brain like a rambunctious child, it's like when your child refuses to listen to you, but will listen to their best friend's parents or their soccer coach. When the directions come from the familiar voice, they sometimes get ignored. So with guided meditation, you use the unfamiliar voice to guide your mind towards the direction you want it to go. So let's do some guided meditation. No, actually, we already did a really basic one at the beginning of the episode. So let's take things a little bit further, and we're going to do a simple guided meditation on loving kindness. Now, all I want you to do is just take a simple, deep breath in. And then as you exhale, let your eyes gently close, releasing the tension from your body. And again, we take a nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, we release the tension and the stress. Now, focusing our intention and attention to the heart. Try to feel your heart beating. Become aware of your heart. The heart is associated with emotions, particularly that of love. Become aware of your heart with each breath. Now, let your mind direct your brain to draw up a memory, a face of someone who's shown you love. Maybe as a parent, a sibling, a dear friend, teacher, or mentor, a spouse or a child, or maybe it's just a pet that you've had that shows you the kind of unconditional love that only a pet can show its owner. And as you continue breathing deeply, slowly, rhythmically, try to imagine that face, imagine that person, imagine that being, and the love that they've given you, and the way that it feels to be loved and understood and accepted for who you are. Feel that love as it fills your heart, and say to yourself these simple words. May I be loved. May I be understood. May I be accepted. May I be at peace. And as you feel this love filling your heart, allow it to expand and spill out of your heart and fill your entire body. As you feel the warmth of love filling your body, shift your intention from yourself to someone else. Perhaps it's the person that showed you love. Perhaps it's your spouse, your child. Think about that person, and you're going to send love to them. As you send love, say these words. May you be loved. May you be understood. May you be accepted. May you be at peace. And as we continue to feel the love in our body, as the love exits our body, we actually feel stronger in this love. As the more we give love, the stronger the love is within us. And we're going to expand this out even further. And we're going to think about someone that maybe we don't have a very close relationship with, someone that we barely know, maybe someone that works in your office that you see every day, the person that served you coffee this morning, the neighbor that you see in their yard every day but never talk to. Think about that person and send them love, saying to yourself, may you be loved, May you be accepted. May you be understood. May you be at peace. And feel the love continue to grow within your heart, within every cell of your body. And then think of someone who maybe you don't agree with, someone who you've had difficulties with, someone whose beliefs don't agree with yours. But we're all deserving of love. So send love to that person. Think of the person, see their face, and say these words to yourself. May you be loved. May you be understood. May you be accepted. May you be at peace. And allow the feeling of love to continue to grow, to expand outward as you connect to all of humanity. Feeling the love grow in strength. Thinking of your connection with all beings. Saying to yourself, may we all be loved. May we all be understood. May we all be accepted. May we all be at peace. Now, let the feeling continue. Feel it grow stronger. And as it grows stronger, slowly open your eyes, bringing your awareness back into the space that you're in right now. And as you move forward through the course of your day, do so from this place of love and understanding. Okay, how did that feel? Maybe you feel a little warm, a little tingly, a little light. However you responded, we all respond naturally. So the key to this is to understand that love is a great power and it heals ourselves. And it's really the only way we're going to heal the world. So refer back to this meditation. And if you know someone who is struggling, this would be a perfect one for them to do. All right, so thank you for joining me this week. And I hope that you will join me next week for more ways to master your mindful mindset. And remember, as always, if you have a question or a comment, please drop it in the link below. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover, I'll try to make sure that I get to it in the next episode. Right. So, as always, remember, it is what it is, but it becomes what you make of it. So make it great. Mastering the Mindful Mindset is part of the Candy Factory mini-series and is a proud member of the Candy Factory Collective. You can find the show streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn, and you can subscribe to the audio version anywhere you get your podcast.
Jose Johnson has traveled the world competing and teaching martial arts.
He's an entrepreneur, musician, author, and speaker.
Check out Jose's other podcast,
The Trumpet Gurus Hang,
And learn more about his book,
Mindfulness Secrets, at his website,
josejohnson.com.
Mastering the Mindful Mindset is produced by the Candy Factory Collective.
at the Candy Factory Co-working Campus in Lancaster, PA.
Our music was written and recorded by Jose. Production support by Anna Tran.
administrative support by Ann Kirby, Ariana Henderson,
Krisha Martzel, Jason Mundock, and Robert Diggs.
Notes and links can be found at the show post at our website,
CandyFactoryCollective.com.
Candy Factory.
Collective.